Welcome to Auntie Chance and Tarot. We're talking to Capricorns. Capricorns, welcome in. Hello, hello, hello. Love reading for Capricorns. As you know, I'm a Capricorn. Let's get into this. Just remember, of course, that not everything's going to resonate. Take what doesn't, leave the rest. And also wanted to, of course, thank everybody who's helped this channel to grow and support this channel with your likes, shares, subscribes, your donations, your comments. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank you. Really appreciate that. Let's get in it, Capricorn. The energy I was feeling early on was that it's like an energy of don't compare yourself to others and you grow at your own pace, something like that. Maybe that's on your mind right now. Tapping into your higher self and asking that self for guidance now. Something along those lines. So let's see. We've already got cards coming out here. I've got the Eight of Cups. Soul purposes. Soul purpose. What you are embodying. What you are working on. That you are perfecting. Something along those lines. More messages here. Let's get going. Seven of Cups. I also have all the information on the decks that I use in the description box. Seven of Cups. Feels like there's an array of maybe options, or you're feeling confused, or which direction should I take? That has something to do with this growth. Growing at your own pace. We'll find out more about that Seven of Cups. I'll do a confirmation card on it. The Strength. Yeah, you might be dealing with a Leo too. There's strength here. Your strength. You've always had the strength to do whatever it is that you've taken on. You've had the strength to tame the shadow side. And I'm hearing the shadow side is what's going to, the taming of the shadow side is what's going to help you really focus in on where you want to be going, your growth. Not being hard on yourself that you haven't achieved that yet. You grow in your own time. Connection with higher self for sure. Crown chakra is written all over this reading. Something key to this, though, and your growth is taming that shadow side. The Sun in the reverse. Unhappiness. You're unhappy with the choices you've had in life. You feel like there's more out there for you. Four of Swords, Justice in reverse. Yeah, just an out of sorts feeling, but let go of that because you're right where you need to be. You're, like your growth, you don't realize you're right where you need to be. These all came out sideways and a big clump. So we'll take them. It's kind of unusual. Ace of Pentacles, sideways. The World. I thought we'd see the World. Sideways. That's definitely about everything in its own timing and patting yourself on the back for how far you've come now. Growing at your own pace, not comparing yourself to others. Six of Cups, sideways. The Lovers, sideways. And the Seven of Wands, sideways. You feel like you've missed out on something. That you're not where you need to be. But the message, big message here too, is don't compare yourself to others. There's something about people from the past that you're looking at what they've accomplished and you're saying, I should be there too. Or some sort of comparison is going on there. It's making you feel misunderstood. It's making you feel antsy, defensive, maybe even. Just one second, please. I'll pause this video. Thank you for your patience through that pause. Okay, so there's something about the past that you're comparing yourself to, or people from the past you're comparing yourself to. And it is a feeling of some sort of defense, like you're defensive about this. And I'm hearing, I didn't have the opportunities they did, but you're in your own lane. So it's not really a conversation about that to yourself. It's more, what do you want to achieve? How are you going to get there? Taming that shadow side that wants to say, I didn't get the leg up other people did. That may be the case, but that's not what's going to hold you back. What's going to hold you back is that kind of self-talk. Okay? You're in the game. You're in to win it. And a Capricorn will win. Yeah, in fact, I don't even think that's very Capricorn-ish to be comparing yourself to others, but there's something from the past, maybe a reunion or something, where you're kind of thinking that through. But yeah, the energy of someone got a leg up where I didn't, I think it's kind of an energy that floats in and out of your mind, but I don't think for a Capricorn it stays very long, because we know we're very capable. So we get right back on task. But you might feel a little bit defensive at this time about what you've achieved in one way or another. Feel misunderstood. And it throws off your balance. But you haven't missed anything. And the timing is just the way it's meant to be. You're exactly where you're supposed to be right now. Which I can hear some of you saying, really? Kind of hard to believe. But yes, that's what I'm seeing in the cards. You are exactly where you're supposed to be right now. Don't be so hard on yourself. Don't compare yourself to others. Look back on your past fondly. Look at all that you've achieved. This is a time now to really be focusing in on your dreams. Closing out cycles, beginning new ones regarding those dreams, recognizing your leadership, and patting yourself on the back. Look back on the past to embrace how far you've come, and only look back on the past with that kind of positiveness, not in a comparing sort of way. You have been resilient. You've gotten places other people have not gotten. It's something like that. Recognize you're the last person standing because you put in the work, you put in the time, you put in the investments, and they paid off. And then I think you went on to your next thing on your to-do list, but this is asking you to really take that in. And that's been a kind of a reoccurring message here. Really pat yourself on the back and take in all that you've accomplished, because it's extraordinary. Let's find out more about this Lovers here. Wheel of Fortune in the reverse. So you are feeling kind of out of sync though right now. Like luck hasn't been on your side. Things aren't in a natural flow. What's the Seven of Cups here, Spirit? I want to find out about the Seven of Cups. That's kind of the confusion. Queen of Wands. Well, that's an interesting combination. Queen of Wands, very charming and dynamic, with the Seven of Cups here. I think maybe you've forgotten just how many people also find you so inspirational and really enjoy you so much. Maybe you're not doing things with people from the past as much, or you feel like you're misunderstanding that there's a really good energy surrounding other people with regards to you. You think that there might not be, but there is. People have always admired you. That's always been a constant in your life. Maybe you feel like other people are thinking you're too something, you're too out there, you're too charming, you're too getting the attention. I don't I don't see that that's really the case. I think people are admiring you and liking your vivaciousness. But you're wondering if that has been what's held you back in some way. I don't see that that's held you back. Sideways is the Chariot. There's really a something that's off balance here, disharmony, and it's causing you to not move forward right now. It's like you can't see the forest for the trees type of energy. Like pull back the curtain and really look at yourself again and what you've accomplished. Pat yourself on the back and really honestly look at your interactions with others, because I think they think quite a lot of you. 10 of Cups, yeah. You're happily ever after. I think that's in this time that you're in right now, and for some reason you're just not seeing it. How can this be? It has something to do with not giving yourself enough credit. 4 of Cups, yeah. 4 of Cups in the reverse. Like you're just not seeing it clearly, how much people admire you and how far you've come. You're expecting another big hit, another big achievement, another big this, another big that. The message here that I see in the cards is settle down, be appreciative of where you've come from, what you've achieved, and how others are standing right there with you. So happy for you. This energy is something you're resisting to give yourself the praise that you deserve, and like something's gnawing at you. Something just keeps bugging you about your past, your present. It's keeping you out of alignment. And it has to do with this Devil. Now, this could be you, but I'm reading it more as this has something to do with your unhappiness, the Sun in the reverse, and also this Devil energy with the strength, taming that shadow side. You know, if your mind is running rampant with negative thoughts, tame it. If you feel like you need to be achieving more, tame that. Spend some time, again, thinking about everything you've achieved. If you're thinking that people are competitive with you, tame that. There will be a few, but more people than not are in your corner, ready to just spur you on and congratulate you for everything they've seen up until this point that you've done. King of Cups. Go at this more with love, less of a confused, sort of mixed energy. Disharmonious energy here. Something's really bothering you. Let's find out what that is. What's the main crux here, Spirit, with the bother? What's bothering this collective Capricorn group? 3 of Pentacles. Something's bothering you about teamwork, collaborations, looking back on the past. You know, did you fall out with people? Did you not become the lead you wanted to be? It's something like that. The crux of it has something to do with teams, smaller teams, groups of people, your interaction with them. Did you feel like you grew? And also this feeling of, did I grow as much as others as you're looking back on situations and people that you've known? Be happy, I hear again, with what you've achieved. Period. And be happy for others with what they've achieved. Therein lies the growth. And definitely lots of crown chakra. Crown chakra, I see it over and over again in the energy. Crown chakra. So if you are feeling a little bit off, and I'm giving a lot of different examples, so maybe you're feeling all those examples, or maybe you're feeling 1 or 2 of those. Sit quietly. I'm always big on the meditation. I get a lot of downloads, good, valuable information when I just quiet my mind. I do that through meditation. Get to that state however you feel is comfortable. And then really tap into that higher self. What would the higher self be telling you right now? Because remember, one of the main veins of this message is you're exactly where you need to be, and you're growing at the pace that you're meant to be growing. That's why we have a reminder here of going at yourself with love. Knight of Cups. Go at the situation and go at yourself with a cup of love. Be kind to yourself. 5 of Cups. Yeah, you do have regrets here for some reason, but I'm seeing that the 5 of Cups is just so interesting because the person in the card focuses on the 3 cups that are spilled, but there are 2 perfectly great cups that are full. I always think it's a message of ignore the 3, grab the 2, keep running. Keep running your race, I heard. That's very key to this message too. Queen of Pentacles in the reverse, because you're somehow disengaging here. You're disengaging with groups because it just hasn't been, you haven't been in the spotlight as much as you'd like to, or something has been disappointing. But I say it again, the main message here is we all grow at our own pace. You're right on target. You're right on schedule for where you're supposed to be. And you're not acknowledging how much you've done with your life. That has been incredible. Sit down, write it out. Go through it very slowly. You've done an incredible amount with your life. Be grateful for those opportunities. Be grateful for the fire within that allowed you to do that, to achieve, to be who you are. You're incredible. You're incredible. The cards keep saying it. It's like you're confused about it. Don't be confused about that. Temperance, that's where you get your balance, is that type of energy that I'm talking about right now. There's no confusion. You go through the past and you highlight everything that you've achieved and every place you got out of that was maybe a black hole or a pit, and you got out of that because you're incredibly strong. And you kept moving, and not only did you keep moving, but you achieved enormous success. That's what you're being asked to remember. That's what you're being asked to bring forward into your mind. That's what you're being asked to be grateful for, these opportunities and for who you are that you were able to do that. And I feel like there's just a little bit of a strict energy to the message because it's like an energy of do this now. Stop being confused. You have every capability to turn this confusion or this disharmonious time around. You should be in harmony now. You have done an amazing job with what you've been given and what you've done in your life. Amazing. Turn this around right now. Sense of urgency and a little bit of strictness. More messages for our Cappies. 9 of Swords. This is worry. This is worry late at night. But this is also worry and you realize it's an illusion. I'm hearing also some viewers out there don't know what to do if they're not worrying. Now, we can relate to that. I think a lot of us. We expect so much from ourselves, especially certain signs. And that's certainly one of the signs is Capricorn, that if we're not worrying, then it feels kind of foreign to us. But for certain, this energy is saying, let that go too. I think that's a reoccurring message. I feel like I've said that as well for you guys. King of Cups, 10 of Wands. There's something here about the burdens of others that you've taken on. You've helped others, and that in turn has also been a burden to you. I think you've been happy to help, but also you're feeling like, I did so much for other people. And then, but what was my kickback? I feel like that certainly is a legitimate concern. And yet the bigger message is get a higher view, get a higher perspective of that. And it's not about what you get back, because the universe will ensure in other ways in the big picture, you get back tenfold. You may not get back from that person. You can't control how that person reacts to the help you give them. So be happy in what you were able to do for others. Don't see it as a burden. And know that on a larger scale, the universe, your divine team, the divine, look at ways that they came back around and gave you tenfold. Maybe not an individual person, but the universe gave you back tenfold. That's very key too. The magician, things that you want to manifest have manifested. That's the divine helping you out. That's your spirit team. That's also your belief, your flat out belief that it's going to happen. I'm going to will this into existence and it's going to be so. And you've seen that time and time again be the case. So yes, master manifester here, the magician, that is you. And remember that when you're trying to set the record straight in your mind here and be more balanced. Queen of Wands comes out in the reverse. This can be kind of manipulative energy. And I feel like maybe because you stand out easily in crowds and whatnot, people that are jealous or have issue with that, we'll just leave it at that, are saying, something negative about that. But this is not to be, this is who you are. This is your essence. This is your growth. That's what you do. You enter a room and you change up the energy. You enter a room and people are gravitating towards you. You enter a room and people are going to be upset about that. These types of reactions. But you don't change who you are. And don't get it mixed up in your mind that that is a bad thing. That's not a bad thing. That's your essence. So it's sort of a manipulation of your mind if you take on how that bothers other people or how that affects other people. That's for other people to figure out. But you show up as authentically you, and then let the cards fall where they may. Is the energy as I see it here. Queen of Cups. Because actually, when people get to know you, you're extremely sweet, caring, would go out of your way for people. You have the King and Queen of Cups here. You've done a lot for others, These people are probably bothered by that. Sometimes you just have people that are bothered by everything. But really, the person that they're bothered with is themselves. So you can't take on all that energy. I think it's significant, too, that you have a match here, the King and Queen of Cups. So that might be somebody, as you get in harmony, that comes in, that's your divine match for those of you who are single. And it might not be coming in because you're out of sorts here. Let's ask a little bit more about this divine pair and get some more information here. Page of Pentacles. It's good news when this comes in, but it does have something to do with your balance. Get back your balance. A lot of nurturing energy will match your nurturing energy, but tame that shadow side so that you're back in balance. Something new, fresh comes in. Speak it out, I'm hearing. For those of you who are single who are wanting a relationship to come in, speak that out into the universe. Speak that out into your manifestations. King of Wands in the reverse. Wow. Huh. This may be a pair that's working against you. And that's part of this collaboration that's bothering you. Strength comes out again for you. Gotten it twice. Taming that shadow side. But I think there's something about these collaborations, and we did touch on it a little bit earlier, but now it's coming more into focus here. Knight of Wands. Somebody's intimidated by your bravery and your boldness and where you have gotten in life. And they're getting in your head and they're making you feel smaller about yourself and your achievements. But remember, the homework is to get clear on that and see your achievements for how extraordinary they've been, because it's the extraordinary that's bugged somebody. And I do think it's a couple. And I do think it might be two people in their feminine energy. Two feminines. One that's more passive, one that's aggressive. Walk away from them, 8 of Cups. Walk away from that energy. You're letting it have too much power on how you look at yourself, I'm hearing, and also on your interaction with others and where you see yourself in the future. What's the advice here on these wands? 4 of Wands. The advice in dealing with this twosome that's trying to negate everything you've achieved or something that you've achieved that's been major, or get in your head. The way to deal with them, the way to circumvent them or exceed them, I'm hearing, exceed their energy, their negative energy, with positive, celebratory energy. And you're getting a celebratory energy going when you start thinking of everything you've done in this lifetime and how much there is to celebrate there. And that's how you extinguish this energy that's, it doesn't serve you. It's just needs to be nullify that energy. Capricorn, final messages, 8 of Swords. Yeah, because I think you're letting that energy in too much and it's holding you back. Remember, you have the key to this cage. Look how it's already popped open, and look at your wings. You're ready to get out of the cage. It's a self-imposed, the card talks about self-imposed imprisonments. Somehow these two have influenced you enough to kind of get you off course, out of balance, but you're going to set the record straight there and find your balance. Yeah. And I think it might be a situation too where you are, maybe you've gotten too complacent in a situation. And it's time now to, as you grow and you're growing at your own pace and you're on target right now, you find, after you pat yourself on the back and give yourself plenty of time to really take in everything that you've accomplished, you build up a second wind, you get ready for your next achievement, your next accomplishment, how you want to challenge yourself next, and you go for it. But there definitely needs to be a period that's significant of appreciating you appreciating you. Oracle. And I see you taking on the next thing with a lot of enthusiasm and doing quite well. Where, I feel like it's something brand new, And it is a challenge, but it just catapults you to another level. Imagine. You've got a great imagination. This image is someone harnessing the crescent moon, and the crescent moon often talks about feminine energy. So harnessing that feminine energy, which is less action and more just let things come to you type of energy. And that's going to be a lot of you appreciating self here, taming that shadow side. See, I think this couple here in the reverse is stoking the fires of your shadow side, whether you're aware of that or not. Get poised to tame that shadow side and the flames that are being fanned there. Get poised, get to the ready here of a whole new appreciation for self, and in that, your next moves. Look at the joy here in this card. Utter joy, because you're getting poised and ready. This is like doing the work to appreciate self, and look at the happiness that comes with that. Oh yeah, I forgot. I am really incredible. It's that kind of energy. And while you're doing that, look at how close you get to the edge, because you're ready to take on something else and do an amazing job. Yang, interesting. That's very interesting, because now we're talking about the yang energy, the masculine energy, and that's very action oriented. But I feel like this kind of goes in order, where you're harnessing your feminine and you're thinking about, because this person is harnessing the crescent moon, feminine energy. You're harnessing the feminine. You're letting things flow to you. And it's the memories of the past that we've talked about from the beginning here, and everything you've accomplished. And really be nitpick about this and detail oriented. So you're like, whoa, I forgot I did that. Whoa, I forgot I was in that situation and I did this. And that was incredible. Oh, I have also forgotten I did that. I was in 5th grade, something like that. Go way back, get very detailed. And then look at the happiness that comes out of those realizations and accomplishments and achievements, and this whole patting yourself on the back and appreciating who you are and the opportunities you've been given. Look at all of that joy there as you're reminded of it. Because it's stuff, in the day-to-day we forget. We rush around and we just forget how incredible we are. And that goes for all signs, of course. I would say that for all signs. But I'm saying it for you now, Capricorn, because it's very integral to your message. And then what happens? You get poised. You're so happy. You get poised. You get on the edge here. You're getting ready to take a huge leap and take action. Masculine energy, action-oriented, yang. Because this is what we're talking about when we say you're ready for the next big thing, the next challenge. But time to appreciate self needs to take place first. Next big thing is then what you work on, and you move towards that with as much vigor as ever. And look at how on fire that's going to be. It's going to be something that really ignites you. It's going to be something that really is your passion. It's going to be something that really comes from the heart. You maybe are giving of yourself. Healing hands could be involved here. It's something that has to do with a wish. Stars are always about wishes. It's something that I feel your spirit team helps you with as well. It's part of that meditation I've been talking about, or the quieting of the mind. And it just propels you to the next level. And I think when you get to these next levels, these kings and queens that are in the reverse, they don't go to these levels. So They try everything to keep people on their level. That's not your level. You're not meant to stay on that level. You're meant to catapult further. Don't worry about them. Don't let them get in your head. That's your message, Capricorn. I hope it's been helpful. Parts of it, all of it, most of it. If it has been, please do like, share, subscribe, comment. It really helps the channel. Until next time, let's remember who we are. Let's remember our self-worth. Thanks for joining me.